Has your best friend ever dated your ex? I woke up on my wedding morning to my phone ringing at 6 a.m. Sarah, I'm so sorry to call this early, my wedding coordinator said, but we received a call yesterday from someone claiming to represent you. They said you needed to cancel today's event because of a family emergency. My heart stopped. Cancel the event? Who called you? A woman named Jessica Thompson. She said she was your wedding planner, that there had been a death in the family, and asked us to refund the deposit to a different account. I sat up in bed, wide awake and filled with dread. I don't have a family emergency. Jessica is my maid of honor, not my wedding planner. The coordinator hesitated. I'm so sorry, but we processed the cancellation yesterday afternoon. Your event isn't on our schedule anymore. I hung up and immediately called Jessica, but it went straight to voicemail. I tried the florist, the photographer, the caterer. Every single one told me the same thing. Jessica had contacted them, claimed there was an emergency, and had the deposits refunded to accounts I'd never seen before. Everything was gone. I called Ryan, my fiancé, and he rushed over. Together, we went vendor by vendor, desperate to salvage something. But the pattern was clear. Jessica had systematically canceled everything while assuring me it was all under control. Our wedding was supposed to start in 8 hours. Now we had no venue, no flowers, no photographer, no food, and no idea where our money had gone. Maybe there's some explanation, Ryan said, though his face was pale. Maybe she panicked or had a crisis. But I knew better. This wasn't panic. Jessica had deliberately destroyed my wedding while smiling to my face. I drove to her apartment. No answer. I called her mother. She hadn't heard from Jessica in days. Meanwhile, our guests were arriving, dressed and ready for a ceremony that no longer existed. Ryan and I made the heartbreaking decision to call it off. We spent the morning phoning family and friends, trying to explain the unexplainable. People were shocked, confused, devastated. My mother begged us to just throw something together, but I couldn't. Not like this. And then, as I sat in the ruins of what was supposed to be my happiest day, my phone buzzed. A text from an unknown number. Sarah, this is David Mitchell. I know this is strange timing, but I need to talk to you about Jessica. Call me. It's important. David, my ex-boyfriend, the last person I wanted to hear from. But something in his message made my stomach twist. When I called him back, his voice was uneasy. Sarah, I had no idea about your wedding being canceled, but I think Jessica is involved. She and I have been seeing each other again for a few months. She told me you two weren't close anymore and that you wouldn't care if we were together. But last week she started talking about planning a surprise for our anniversary, and things she said made me suspicious. What kind of things? I asked, my chest tight. She kept saying she was finally getting the wedding she'd always dreamed of, that some people didn't appreciate what they had and didn't deserve to keep it. She also suddenly had money, told me she'd landed a big event planning gig, and used it to book a venue, flowers, even a photographer. My blood ran cold. David, when is this wedding supposed to be? Next Saturday, he said, at the same venue you were supposed to use today, with the same florist, the same photographer, even the same flowers. I nearly dropped the phone. Jessica hadn't just sabotaged my wedding, she had stolen it. Every vendor, every deposit, every detail I had planned, and she was using it to marry the man who nearly destroyed my life.
Full story on my channel below.